Notice the contradistinction between the all-star hat and the cardboard fan. People who believe that there are important people and then nobodies tend to think in terms of things that symbolize. And they get away from international law and civics. The whole issue that I'm dealing with is rendered moronic by the PhDs in University of Washington and Carnegie Mellon. Somehow they reach a point of excellence where they're morons. Penis Fripp has a doctrine that is rather vulgarly identified with in blood slavery by Al Sharpton and his sale to the Black Panthers, that nobody should tell me the truth. They should lie to my face that I'm not due any dignities because of his loyalty to Reagan. And it gets very tedious and moronic. Now, Painter Sinfield created a war system for the 60s to process the AIDS attack. First, they were going to do the 60s, then they were going to spread AIDS, and then justify with the mania of a legal system that says it's okay to set up a Venus flytrap because of the infinitely higher morality of the Church of England or something. Okay, it gets moronic. I engaged in what were norms of Pittsburgh to try to find out who had organized this stuff. And I don't really mind sharing some of the things that I found about Access Hollywood. Take a look at these two examples. This one of them has a U.S. over the swastika. That's a Reagan wartime film. And the other one has Neva pornographic with a C and a Star of David as its symbol. Now, despite the Mad Hatter glee that Seattle took in saying this wasn't true, banning me from school, torturing me, raping my loved one, bombing Gaza, blaming the Muslims, allying with Muslims extremists, and so on, all for UW dialectics. This is true. They're using a C and a Star of David for the Neva Corporation, which is pornographic, and you putting a U.S. over a swastika. Now, rightly understood, this explains everything. The Nazis went after sexual freedoms in an alliance between the U.S. and Hitler and committed a pornographic genocide. It's simple enough to understand. This is the evidence for it. And Martin Sheen says no. Martin Sheen says it's just a Hollywood. It's just Hollywood being Hollywood. And we're going to cut Jimmy Creely's throat by making him believe things that aren't true. Tell people we never kicked his ass. We never kicked his ass. We're going to make funny stories up about and support Brecker who dragged him through glass and sell his future to his step family. And that's that. And then we'll put the sucker on porno trial so that all climate change freaks can make off with the boodle from Yoko Ono's special black market Sotheby's movie for Seattle Art Museum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's how John Lennon won the war. We do also in Pedigree County of the Hanky Pank State. The Hanky Pank State. So what you see is they're Trump. Reagan gets hit and Lenin gets hit, and the queers are carrying their cross in the movie about Unit 731. So it traces back, the symbolism traces back to the days of Oswald. The script says, I'm sick of Nabucco's stupid code about what boys should do and girls should do. Nabucco was in a film called Children of Hiroshima. So, in covering for these people and playing Licky Peep, the Black Panther Party in Seattle think it's neat to threaten their own children with a nuclear weapon to prove their love slavery to Bibi Netanyahu. And you find it will be just like starting over in an Asiatic odd look-alike of Gail Burstyn in a movie from the 50s, which shows that all of this stuff was in the works. So, what gives with John Lennon is looky-like time. They have a couple guys, Ripper Murder and Shan Harp. See, 1979, Flippy Tune had Gail Burstyn's look-alike in on the cover of one of his records in a striped outfit like the doll on the cover of Sgt. Pepper's. So what I did, and I propose to continue to do, is the anthropology of how Hollywood took over our reality and how Seattle, Washington has mongered itself as the enforcers of Hollywood's fake news because the Comanches around here, working with Shifty and Tojo, say that America the fork-tongued liar, etc., etc. And the morons think that this is going to get airplay forever because Trump holds the keys to the gold to the women as cattle. They call them our women. And because Yoko Ono discovers that when I was little and being robbed for lunch money, I didn't want my mother to know. Don't say you were hiding like Anne Frank. You were hiding like the white. Like the white. You know, it's the sinister gyration of truly maniacal misapplication of America's attempt to remedy and make common sense of civil rights. It's a maniacal hardwiring that comes from the puppet masters, the people who themselves are white and use hired black men to talk for them like puppets. You can't say that's not true because the black man just said it for Clint Eastwood's pocket money down at the Roulette Studios. Hollywood talking box.